Okay, so this is my post-workshop confessional for round 1. The class was talking about my piece, and they said pretty positive things. No one really said anything bad or something that would make me not want to take their advice. Like everything, I listened to everyone because I went and edited my paper already. So I listened to almost everybody and took their advice. The first piece of advice I liked was from you. And it was in the very first paragraph. You said you could start with Miss Darris saying, "Stop," then tell the story from there. So that's exactly what I did. Now that's how I begin my paper, and I hope that gets everyone more intrigued. It should be pretty cool, I think. So then I was reading more comments, and there was one from Rebecca that I liked, and it had to do with the first paragraph also. She said, "I like that you started with a memory because I thought that was very interesting. I think that to make this paragraph better, you can make the last sentence a little more suspenseful, creating a better transition into your next paragraph. Maybe something like, she decided to hand out a song in class. It wasn't very memorable, but what happened while we were singing it will make it memorable." And I didn't really put that word for word, but I made something very similar to that when I re-edited my paper. I think that it was a very good comment, so I liked it. One thing that almost every single person said was down in the paragraph about my high school was how I should talk about my feelings about this. Because every person said, "How did it make you feel? Tell me more feelings about it." Almost everyone said that. So what I did when I edited it was tell a complete story about what about a time I had to sing in front of important people and how I felt about that. And I hope that makes it more interesting, because a lot of people seemed they were confused at that point, and even I was. So, and this was about the comment that I said about the tutor helping me, because I really didn't know how to explain it. Because of all the feedback, I edited the intro part to the piece, and I did not really do the interview part yet, which I'm going to shortly because we have to. And so I think for that part, I'm going to take what you said about the cheeseburger, and you said I have a good bottom, and mostly everyone said I have a good bottom bun, and the middle obviously is just the quote, so that's not bad either. It's the top part I have to work on, and I think that's what I'm probably going to spend most of my time doing. It'll be hard at first, but I'm sure I'll be able to do it. There was comments on Chelsea's page that confused me a little bit. She was saying how first she was like, "Okay, I'm interested in this," and then she's like, "I started losing interest here. My mind started gazing away from the paper. This part really confused me." And so I read the part that confused her, and it was where I said, "There are so many factors that could lead to affect my decision, and that is why I spent the entire semester researching what I did." And I feel like I know why she was confused, because I'm thinking in the future and we're in the present. So I think I'm just going to take that part out for now and probably put that in at the end, because a lot of people were saying that in class also. Ludy gave a lot of good information on what I should do. She was like, to make the opening more desirable to the reader, maybe you can add quotations or put the story in more dialogue form. And I did that exactly, because it was a very good idea. And when you read it, you'll see what I mean. She also gave me good information about my when I did my first interview. She liked a lot of the quotes that were said by the person, and she's like, you should start a new paragraph right here. And it's like at a point where I need to, because I was just going on and on and on. She wants me to put more quotes and make this much more interesting, so I think that I will do that. You even wrote describe how you feel, so from that other part before. So I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. You also want to hear more from Rebecca, so I think I'm going to add a lot more. Let's see what Becky says about it. She says, tell me anything you see in this section that would help me understand why you want to write about this. So I guess, I don't know. That's confusing. So that's something I'm confused by. I don't know what she means by that. I better ask her. But she says, I like how you incorporated your thoughts into this. And she also said a good comment about why did I go to Rebecca for my interview. And because she doesn't really know much about music. So I have to explain that, and I obviously will. So that's perfect. She's talking about the buns also, how I should make them the top better and bottom. It's pretty good. What did Sarah say about me? Sarah wrote a lot, so I'm glad. She was very happy with my transition from the first paragraph of my interview process. She liked that a lot, and that's good. She says, I like your paper, and I hope to hear you sing one of these days. At the end. Steven was very nice also. He didn't give me too many comments. He gave me the 4 per page, so that's pretty good. But he pretty much said all positive things. Yes, it shows the reader how much music knowledge, as well as gives you reasons why you chose your topic. And then he also likes the title. And he said I shouldn't change my first paragraph. See, everyone is telling me different things, and it's very hard to choose which one I should choose. So I'm just going to choose whatever I think is right. Because everyone is going to have their own opinion anyway. So I can't please everyone, so I'm just going to please myself. Matt, he was impressed with my work, apparently. And he liked the format of how I put together my interview move, which is okay. That's good. But apparently I need to change it now anyway, so just the top part. And he felt that I avoided a lot of things that shouldn't be in the paper, apparently. So that's good. And he said I did a great job. Kiona has a lot of stuff to say about everyone's paper, so she was very good about telling me the things because of where I need it. And so I took one of her comments and put it in my paper. She asked, what did you learn in this class that made you feel such a passion for music? Was it something she taught you, something she did, some sort of epiphany you had? I like that comment. And so I took that and made the story about me singing in front of the important people because she's the one who told me to do that, so I'm happy. And she's interested on the other interviews turnout. And she says her biggest advice is to try and condense the first few paragraphs. Hopefully you'll be famous someday and I could tell people I know you. LOL. I spoke about Justin already, and let's see what he says about my interview. Good job with the paper. If you were to change anything, it would be to word a few things differently. I like the amount of detail you included, as it really helps put the reader in your shoes. You keep everything as an image in my mind. Keep up the good work. I hope you find your answer. I like that. Jenna, let's see what she said. She said she didn't lose interest. That's a good thing. And she likes how I described everyone I was interviewing. It was very good, I guess. And that's about it for her. Charles was happy with the way that I started the interviews also. I guess everyone seemed to like that paragraph, so I'm very happy about that. That's good too. And I spoke about Chelsea already also, and Dominic. He says, I pretty much covered everything well, and I understood everything that you wanted to say. The only thing you could do now is make it better and better and better and better. It can only go up from here. And then he likes this part a lot, which is the last paragraph. How you added the personal experiences with this girl, and how you trusted her to give you good positive feedback about your situation. See, everyone was very positive, and I was very happy. I think that these comments are going to improve my writing, and then hopefully when I post my next one, everyone will be able to do the same thing. I learned a lot about responding to people's papers. It's very interesting. I like it this way much better than any other way that I've ever done it in the past. It's you get more involved, and it's much because you get a whole bunch at once instead of doing one person editing your paper and then you have to take everything from them. It's much more organized. Let's see what else. I've already revised my piece, and I've said a lot of things about how I did it, except now I have to do my interview. And I'll talk about that, I guess, on my next, because my next piece I'm going to post it is my interview again, and so maybe I'll talk about it there. That's pretty much it. I think that this was a good thing for me to do, and I will make another response question at the end in my next one. See you in class. Bye.